Let's play! Hey guys, welcome back to Hyrule Warriors. Now we are going to do a mission with a very unique title, one that you don't see much, which is very strange because it's right by the it's like the entrance of it all. Basically, we're going to be doing Duel with the Dragon Knight, and what we have to do is we have to use a candle on not pulling up the guide at all. This bush here. I knew that. Yep. This is a game that I do not feel you should feel bad using a guide for. And in this mission, you can get a heart container. That's what it is. I get them mixed up. I always got them mixed up as a kid. A heart container with Sheik and a heart piece with Fi. So we're going to get it with Sheik for now because, you know, that's the bigger one. And later on, I'll come back with Fi and do this one. So we have to duel with the Dragon Knight. What does this entail? Well, it's just a regular mission, really. It's don't let this strange title fool you. And thankfully, because I have my Sheik amiibo, I got a whole bunch of really, really good harps. So we're going to be using this one for now because it is our strongest one. I actually went over to my friend's house today. Yes, I record my videos all together. And what we did was we got Sheik's level 3 harp, and that was crazy tough. So, yeah. Let us go, though, and do this mission. So this one, I've heard, is not too hard. So let's do this. Remember though, you can't rush it. Even though there's the 15-minute time limit, you still need to get 1,200 kills. And, you know, you have to do all that stuff. Thankfully, we're playing as what I think a lot of people universally agree is the best character in the game. So I don't necessarily agree with that now that the DLC's out. But maybe in the base game, you know. So I should actually use my, my thing here to get the barrier. So the Mama Cuckoo you want to get. You want to get the baby cuckoo to the Mama Cuckoo because then they join your side. And from what I've heard, by literally just reading the guide, you don't want to deal with the distraction by having them, you know, having them not on your side. So remember the time limit, the KO limit, and the health limit. So we need to escort them though. And we will do that thusly. Where is the actual cuckoo chick? Right there. Funnily enough, the chick is bigger than a lot of the other ones. Like, it's rather girthy amongst chickens. So, I think is he running? I don't know. It's kind of strange, you know, it's kind of weird thinking what stops them and what keeps them going. It's not really, I don't really know. So, I just kind of go, you know. So, he's definitely running now. And they're fast. Like, look at this. It's crazy. You don't want that to be what you're fighting, because you will never outrun them. So, we have a pretty simple, you know, way out here, although we're going to use this to kill all these guys at once. Beautiful carnage. 69 KOs from that one attack. That is actually crazy. So, there will be all sorts of things trying to stop the chicken on the way. It's not just a simple process. I mean, what do you think this is? Some sort of baby's game where things just happen easily? No, you have to work for it. And so there's going. I think he's going. No, he's still here. It says he's advancing, but that is not the case. It's very clearly just standing here. Powerful enemies have came from the keep. That sucks, because they are powerful indeed. So I think we can leave him on his own for a bit. Actually, I should probably watch him. We need to at least get him out of here. Once he's out of here, he can beeline it for his mom, and we have Cuckoo Power, which is very, very strong. So he's making it. I think he can make it on his own now. Let us focus on these powerful enemies that have spawned. There we go. So now we're going to have them attacking with us. Does not work with our RKO count, but it does definitely help. If I recall, they will most certainly die in this mission. There's nothing we can really do to stop that, but they will help for sure. We got to get this fairy though, because you know fairies are important. You need them to get the bases and such. And that's one thing. We were playing much later levels in adventure mode when I was at his place, and you really had to think sometimes like which, because there's only one fairy but 2 barriers, so you sort of have to think like, okay, which do I want to use? Because you know, sometimes you need to use one of them and you accidentally use it on the wrong one and you have to redo the mission. So you have to be careful. But let us proceed southwards so that hopefully we can take these bases. Because more bases is more power. So that's his keep there. We're not going to go to the keep just yet. We're going to take the southern tree. Hylian Captain is in danger. I trust in you, bro. You can do this on your own. So, though, let us... As you can see, Sheik really takes command of bases just with her regular combo. Like, it's one thing that I've noticed is a lot of characters that have projectiles are really good. Definitely any sort of long-ranged in their regular combos allow them to just, you know, go and wreck stuff. Let's head, though, to this one. We're going to use the fairy in the bottle right outside the base so that we don't take damage. Where did those enemy troops appear? They appeared to be there, and that base is at risk, so we're going to run there next. I'm not super worried at this stage in the game of them, you know, ruining our chances of winning with their, you know, taking our base. It will happen on higher difficulties, trust me, but as for right now, I think we're doing pretty decently. That's what's doing it, these raid captains. I despise raid captains. They're easy to take down for you, not for any enemies that you're fighting. Go. We definitely still need more KOs. We're almost halfway there. As you can see, though, it's like we have a whole bunch of enemies here, so that's good. KOing lots of enemies, though, just feels good. And definitely when me and my friend were playing together, we were playing multiplayer. So there's a lot less enemies on screen. Mind you, you could divide and conquer, but it's not as fun in my eyes because of that. I definitely would prefer playing the single player if only for that. But sometimes, you know, you have a friend over, you want to play together, and especially for some missions, you kind of need two people because of all the stuff that's happening. For combat, like, you know, multiplayer is good for missions where there's a lot happening and you can divide and conquer, but it's not good for missions where a single player can win on their own really easily, because then it's harder, you know, because there's less enemies on screen. So for KO count was something we'd always struggle with. Here it's like, you know, we're almost already there, and I haven't really struggled at all. Raid captains can go die, though. Just kill them really quickly, just like this. With our really ugly tooth harp. I really don't like the design of the Typhoon harp. It doesn't look good in my eyes. We got 1,000 KOs, though, so that's good. There's a lot more enemies, so we're not going to just go into the base just yet. As you can see, though, it's a lot of fun. Being Sheik, being a ninja. Ninjas are cool. I know people did complain that Sheik was not a part of Zelda's moveset. Like, I heard people saying, why didn't they just make Sheik be a weapon, if you will, instead of being a separate character? But I think it works better, because, you know, I don't think Zelda moving like this would make much sense. I think it would definitely be... It makes more sense to see Sheik moving like this. Although, one thing that I did notice, we never did get a Twilight Princess Smash Bros. Style Sheik DLC. We only have this one, and then the Ocarina of Time one, which is still good, mind you, but it's, you know, we don't have the Sheik that a lot of people know from Smash Bros. 4 and Smash Bros. Brawl, so it's interesting that they didn't go with it. I was also really hoping for, in the final costume pack, to be a Era of the Next Hero costume featuring Zelda Wii U, the as-of-yet unnamed Zelda game. That one's, you know, costume of the ponytail, blue shirt Link. So, whoa, pardon me. A little sad we didn't get that, but, I mean, you can't get everything you want in crossover games. Also, someone pointed out that I was commenting how fan artists give Volga blonde hair in fan art. I was wondering why that is. But now I'm looking, that is in fact a little beard that he has. I always thought that was part of his armor. But then, speaking of on the fan art, like, yeah, no, he's in a lot of them, mostly nude, and yep, he has the thing. So it is an actual little beard, not just a piece of his armor. Mind you, you know, that raises a few questions of like, well, what if under there, though, he's just bald? I mean, it's terrifying for the fangirls to think about. We don't know what he looks like under there, but unless that is actually his hair in the back. I mean, it sort of looks like blonde dyed red, you know, something like that. Can we get some magic, though? No, it's only Little bit of magic. And what I love this attack. Oh, it's so good. Both this and Impas, where they draw them in and do circles. It's like, it's really good. A lot of fun, and we actually killed a lot more enemies than we needed to. Just coincidentally. And we're going to use this here and then grab some more magic so we can just totally spam it. Spamming magic is fun. Well, not magic, but specials. In fact, that's actually how I got through a lot of my battles in other Warriors games. Is you build up meter very quickly and you can just use it. Like, there's no reason to not. But that is it. Now, hopefully we cross our fingers, cross our toes, all that good stuff that we get the, that's what we wanted. Perf. So we get one more heart with Sheik, which is nice. Because, you know, more hearts not only looks better, but in missions where, you know, you're not worried about getting an A rank, it means you won't die, so. Although in the end, it still comes down to skill. It's like Monster Hunter in that regard, you know, no matter how many heart containers you have, if you don't get good and don't get hit, you know, do all that good stuff, you're not going to get very good marks. She is very bubbly right now. Sheik, that is. Not exactly sure if I've shown this yet, so I'll show it. I'm still not going to turn off battle animations, such as these, you know, like the in-battle ones, just because, you know, there are characters who we haven't seen yet, in multiplayer even, so until that happens, we'll leave it for now. Awesome sauce, though. We got a goddess's harp. Yep, that's not good. And that should about do it, guys. For our effort, we get to go that way. Cool. And I will see you all next time when we do some more stuff. What will it be? Who knows? We'll see. See you guys next time. Ciao.